Hello, minions. I'm talking in a high-pitched voice. It's Wheezy. And it's been a long time, and although I posted, I think, the last Minecraft video 2 weeks ago, it's been well over a month since I recorded one, because I'm a lazy asshole. And so all of this is going to be completely new to you. Quick reminder, or refresher, the last video you guys saw was me traveling and finding horses. And, oh, excuse me, after that video I recorded another video that was me caving, looking for name tags and such. And during that hour-long caving trip, actually it's probably more than an hour long, but right around an hour, a little over an hour long, I found 0 name tags after finding, I think, 2 or 3 dungeons. And so it was really an uneventful caving trip, and so I didn't feel it necessary to render it or post it or anything like that. So cut to a month later, at least, and here we are. I've done some stuff off camera. Again, this is, I think that when I recorded that, it was pre-flood, so this is post-flood, post lots of stuff. But you'll notice I'm in this new little construction hut that I built. That I was just had some construction supplies, and I'm going to show you what I've been up to, and we'll talk about 1.7 and our plans there. This is my Wheezy stable, and this is something I built because I got found those horses, and I said I was going to bring a lot of them back. Well, I decided I needed a better, efficient way to do that, and a better place to store them than just in that square outside the police station. So I built this really simple, kind of just stables. It's got a very simple aesthetic. I'm not great at detailed aesthetics, so we did it pretty simply out of spruce wood and birch wood planks. It's got a nice contrast to it, but basically just set up a bunch of stalls, and 1 horse to a stall with double fences, so I can get in and out, and a horse can only get out through a double fence, but they can also jump over the fences. So, yeah, this is all the horses I've brought back so far, and I've still been away from the server, so it's been over a month since I've recorded, and over another... Did this get reset? No, that's about right. And over another several weeks, 2 or 3 weeks at least, since I've really been on playing. But we're going to show you a couple things. I'd like a name for this horse. You guys can suggest names for this horse if you want to. Otherwise, I'll just try and come up with something for it. But that all may be transitory anyway. Because, again, we're going to be going to 1.7. We'll talk a little more about that, because it could be quite some time. But to build the stables, I needed a lot of spruce wood. Oh, I don't have Optifine. I just tried to zoom in there. Because the server's been updated to 1.6.4. And it's not compatible with 1.6.2 mods, even though all I think they really did was fix 1 bug. But anyway, hey, you. Oh, I should have grabbed a lead. You don't go wandering off. So I built this spruce tree farm. And you can hear there's a minecart running underneath this whole thing. So it works basically like this. Inside these dispensers are bone meal. And they're hooked to a simple clock here. So if you want to... Don't wander! You dick. Yeah, well. So you want to grow the trees, we flip on the clock, and it dispenses the bone meal at the trees, forcing them to grow. And once one is grown, it won't dispense any more bone meal, so it doesn't waste bone meal. And then you can go through here and chop these down. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. Get all the wood you need. It's a good fast way of getting wood, and it's relatively good looking and easy to build farm. So simple mechanism. I like it. I also built it just so, because these are spruce trees that can grow to be pretty tall. I designed it to be the perfect height, so I built a greenhouse basically, and the ceiling of the greenhouse is at the perfect height so that trees will never grow any taller than I can cut them down by standing here on the ground. So it will never grow any taller than than I need it to. And I did that basically through experimentation. And you guys can, I don't know if I want to count it, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tall to keep those all within cutting height. So yeah, and then as the saplings drop, here we'll see, hear the minecart come back through. See, there's one sitting here. This hopper minecart runs along underneath the mossy cobblestone here, and when it comes by under here, you'll see it grab the sapling. You can hear it going back and forth, back and forth. Yep, there, grabbed it up. So this is constantly running, so it will just run back and forth under the length of all of this and gather stuff up, and it feeds down into this kind of hopper system that feeds back up into this chest. So everything comes back up into this chest, and that'll include the saplings, and also like when like this wood falls, or for instance if I cut a leaf like that. Let's see if it'll grab there. And it doesn't stop, so each time it comes by here, it only drops off a couple of items before moving back away. Actually, I think I think I have several hoppers along this row that will actually feed back into the system. It's down there. So when it comes along this area, it'll feed back into there. Anyway, all that's kind of incidental here to say that that's kind of the simple thing there. And I'm going to, again, a lot of these things are going to be kind of prototypical for the 1.7 because I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. And let's talk about it now. For 1.7, I'm still willing to, of course, accept feedback from people that are on the server, and I will definitely take it into account. But right now, from the limited feedback I've had from like Tao, and I think Boom weighed in, and I don't know if anyone else has really specifically weighed in on the idea of 1.7, but I'm planning right now, unless there's some really convincing feedback to the contrary, to basically start the server over when 1.7 drops. Meaning that I'll save this server off, back it up to my hard drive somewhere, and then we'll start a brand new seed for 1.7. I actually don't think you guys have seen these bridges either. I'm not entirely certain. You may have. But I built these bridges so I can have a pathway between my village and there. Anyway. So yeah, we're going to do a server reset. Like I said, unless there's really, convincing discussion to the contrary. I don't think much has changed over here. Still the bank. I started adding the second level of this, but again, that's kind of been on the back burner, especially since I basically kind of decided that we're going to do 1.7 reset. The idea of creating all of these self-sustaining farms has become less kind of appetizing. So I cut out this area in the back to create a second layer of this for the reed fulfillment. That's probably going to go on indefinite hold, and again, this will be a prototype for something that I'm essentially going to rebuild on the new server. I've already got some ideas for how I want to handle the common areas on the new server. So whereas right now, actually I'll get to my plans for 1.7 after we finish discussing this. So, okay, so kind of the ideas here is, again, kind of a server reset, but talking about the development cycle, I went back and looked at kind of the differences, the release patterns between previous releases, like for instance 1.5 and 1.6, how long between when they released their first development snapshot and before they released the actual version of that version of Minecraft to go live. So for instance, they started releasing snapshots for 1.6 long before 1.6 came out, and 1.5 long before 1.5 came out. And I'm not going to update to 1.7 until 1.7 is ready. That way we don't have to deal with all the beta bugs and all that crap that can potentially break things and waste your time. And it looks like, just from what I've seen historically, especially for the size of what they're doing, is about 3 months of development time for them between cycles. So that's kind of what I'm expecting, which will be probably about 2 months from now. I added a button here. This still works on the update system, but I added the button for simplicity. So I can still have this hidden tie-up post here. But yeah, show you. We'll go grab another horse and show you what I did over there. And that'll be basically what I've done here. I may do another couple of videos for I don't know, maybe showing what some of the other people have done on the server. Because, for instance, I added a couple, some of the newer people. I haven't been to visit their stuff, and I don't even know if they've been on to do a whole lot, but never really been out to visit that. Anything new through here? No, not really. So the newest part is what I've done in the Nether and then out at the Horsey Hideaway. So I don't have Ray's minimap, so it's good that I got this stuff built. Another interesting note. Well, I guess this has just been a good time to start discussing my ideas for 1.7. First, we'll start with basically the server kind of idea. For 1.7, I am basically thinking that we should go fully legit. I think we've had a good kind of opportunity for growing on the server. We're all kind of got an idea of patterns, what we want to do, and this, that, and the other. So I think for 1.7, when I turn that on, I'm gonna de-op everybody, including myself. I still have access to the server files, so I can always manually op myself. But I think I'm gonna de-op myself just to remove the temptation to switch myself into creative. But no, the rule on the server up to this point has basically been, you can use creative for community projects, but you have to use vanilla and legit for all of your personal projects. I think I'm just gonna say we're gonna do everything legit. It'll again leave, I think, the kind of, as I've talked about before with Minecraft, you tend to stay more interested, I feel, in my experience, in the game when you actually have to work for it. And even something as simple as community projects, like when I redid the Nether Hub, the ability to just kind of slap that together in an evening, kind of makes it easier to lose interest, as opposed to if I've turned that into a long project, and that would have given me the ability to switch back and forth between projects anyway. So that's the idea for that. And with 1.6, okay, so I guess I'm walking around here like it's old hat, and you guys don't even know where I am. So basically, this is where I found all the horses. This is Horsey Hideaway. And I said I was going to build... I hate the sound the spiders make. Which is to say, I love it, but it creeps me out. So at Horsey Hideaway, like I said, I was going to build a hut, and I built this little hut. It's not too bad. It's real simple. I got some pumpkins growing on that side, and I've got some melons growing on that side. I've got the iron bars put up so that mobs can't jump onto the stalks and break them. A little bit of flower decoration. I've also got a little hatch here, so it's got kind of a lip, so at nighttime I can come up here and hunt for mobs if I want to, or just, whatever, look around and enjoy my kingdom. But yeah, this is the Horsey Hideaway. These are the horses that I gathered up. I don't think I really gathered many more. Oh, I'm not carrying. Not packing a saddle, am I? Do I have one in my... I think I keep one in my ender chest. Yeah. So, there's that. Let's take one of them back. Plain brown, speckly, spotty, darkety, grayety. I choose you, Spotty. So yeah, legit, and then also I think... Let's hop off and let him go. What else? Oh yeah, my idea, just for what I'm going to do, again, this is not, server dictates rule stuff or anything like that, but I'm essentially thinking that whereas in this version of Minecraft, there was the common area, which the idea was some simple farms, things to get people going, common areas that people could use. But very quickly that became just Ghost Townville, because everybody went out and did their own thing. And that's fine, that's still going to be kind of the idea on the new server. But whereas I came out to my base and started building my entire self-sustaining farms God, this horse is slow. All of my self-sustaining farms at my base, and my idea was everywhere around my base I would be able to harvest all of the materials I need. Which, again, I like that idea, but as being self-sustaining, but it has a couple of issues. One, I've got a lot of resources that I can gather that I'm most likely never going to be able to fully use. And by doing all of them myself at my base, it actually induces a decent amount of lag near my base. I mean, nothing crazy, but whereas maybe I might be able to illustrate it. Oh, shit. Oh, I guess I haven't expanded that to 3 high yet. Oh well, get out, horse. I need to expand that to 3 high. Anyway. Alright, horsey. Oh. Yeah, I should have a lead. Dang it. Can I get across here? What was I saying? Yeah, it does induce a little bit of lag, so we'll try and show some of that. Just to give you an example. Although I think a lot of lag on my base, because I've done a decent job, hey horse, of, oh that's right, because I rode my horse over here. I'm going to have to come back on foot to get him, or ender pearls. Anyway, most of it is, a good amount of it is the item frames. I don't want to say most of it. So like for instance, right now, I got 24 frames. If I turn around to where all my item frames are, you know, inside of my storage, you see how the frames drops. And back. And me having my iron farm and my other farms, I'm certain does not help the issue. But if I get over towards the village and these chunks despawn, I think you'll probably see a jump in the frame rate. And this is with my new Radeon HD 7750 video card. Although I'm not using that card to its full potential because my PCI bus that I've got it hooked on isn't fully utilizing the speed of the memory on that card. But anyway, you see as I'm getting further away, those chunks are deloading. I'm getting some more frames. Diggity diggity. I think once I get all the way over here, especially out towards the, because over there I got villagers and item frames, but especially when I get out towards the stables, maybe you'll see more frames. But anyway, so that's, you know, as I'm rambling, that's kind of the idea. So again, I want feedback from everybody, of course the people on the server, but also the people watching, kind of what you guys think, your opinions, and also, especially now that it's kind of like biding my time, you know, what can I do on the server here to keep things interesting until we switch over, knowing that most of this is going to be kind of prototype designs and for lack of a better term, kind of throwaway stuff. But anyway, let's put him next to, oh, another spotty. Hoppa. Alright, I'll take that saddle back. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at on this. Lately I have been playing the absolute crap out of Grand Theft Auto 5. And yeah, I am just loving that game. I am just hours into that. Yeah, I've spent so much time over the last... when did that come out? On Tuesday? So, and it's, as I'm recording this, it is the... Wait, no, it came out on Thursday? Tuesday. 17th? So I guess it's been almost a week. It's Monday as I'm recording this. I think it came out the earlier Tuesday. Anyway, spent a lot of time on that. I have a new capture device coming in, which should hopefully be here on Wednesday. And I've also got a heat gun and a DMM coming in so that I can... oh yeah, I guess I haven't posted that video, so again, I kind of assume, erroneously, right, because not many people follow me on Twitter, but kind of assume that a lot of you do follow me on Twitter. But as I posted on Twitter, my PS3 died, and then I thought it was the power supply. I replaced the power supply, and that did not fix it. So I'm going to do two things. First, I'm going to test both of my power supplies to make sure that they're putting out the right voltages and stuff, to make sure that they're both good and that I didn't have a power supply go bad and then buy another bad power supply. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. And then the next thing is going to be, if that does, you know, if those power supplies check out and they're both good, then I'm going to reflow my PS3 and use my heat gun that I ordered to help reset the solder joints in the CPU and the GPU to make sure that that's what's called the quote-unquote permanent yellow light of death fix. Is reflow in the PS3. So when I figure out, as I go through each of those troubleshooting steps, I'm recording them and documenting them so that I can share them if and when I get my PS3 working again. Hopefully I get it working again because A, it's a launch 60 gig, and I don't want to go over here. And I really want to get it working again. And B, if it doesn't start working again, I need to get another PS3. I haven't finished Last of Us, Gran Turismo 5, and I just need to have a PS3, even with PS4 coming out, because it's not backwards compatible. And I don't want to spend another $200 to get a new PS3 right before I spend $500 on PS4. And yes, I spoke correctly. The PS4 is $400, but I'm getting the Battlefield 4 launch bundle that comes with a year of PlayStation Plus and Battlefield 4 and the PS4 for $500. So it's a $10 discount over buying all of them separately. Act now, and you can also get this free cup holder. Okay, did I spit out 1,000,000 words in that amount of time? Maybe. I just realized that I'm close to dying. Get back in the MinionCraft groove of things, but probably not going to for a while. So, yeah, feedback, stuff, this, that, and the other. And I am going to go and play some more Grand Theft Auto right now. So, peace out, minions. Good boy. Yeah.